Hey guys, getting ready for IBO coming up, local IBO stuff. I know Minden's happening this weekend, but so just testing out a few different things because of the speed differences between the IBO and ASA. Running the same arrows. These are the arrows I was running for ASA last weekend. They're 371, 372 grains, and these are 352, 353, right in that area. So figured I'd give them a shot. Ran them through the chrono, running 295, 296 with the heavier ones and 302 with the lighter ones. And so at 20 yards, there really doesn't seem to be much of a difference because I'm trying to understand how much of a difference my tape's going to make from the 20 grains, and there should be a little bit of a difference, I'm going to assume. So I'm just trying to understand the differences between how much of a difference it's going to be. That way it gives you how much idea you're going to play with on your targets. So for 20 yards, over on this side is the heavier grains, and over on this side are the lighter grains. At 20 yards, there doesn't seem to be much of a difference. So everything's hitting right in line of where they should be. So my 20-yard mark does not need to change inside my program. So we're going to move on to 30 yards and see where that hits. Stay tuned. All right, so at this point, I just shot the arrows at 30 yards. So let's go see how those look. So I figured I'd walk it rather than just sitting there watching you shoot that part, because, like, I don't know, get kind of boring at that. But walking it, at least you can tell I'm walking a distance to get there. So here we are, 30 yards. Now, mind you, my bow was set up for the ASA, so it was set up for the higher grain arrows. So far at 30 yards, still really no difference. So here we are. We have the heavier grain arrows at 373, and then we got the lighter grain arrows at 353. So as you can see, they're both pretty much right on the tape. So far at 30 yards, no difference. All right, guys, here we are at 40 yards. So that was a pretty good close-up of me. But as you can, I don't know if you guys can hear it, but it is pretty windy out here. So the farther I get back, obviously things are a little bad. But I mean, I just want to kind of show you, there's a tape here. So you can kind of get a general gist of how windy it is here. Right now, that's kind of dead. But if you're looking up there, it's coming across. I mean, those trees are moving pretty good. So it is kind of windy, and you're going to start watching that thing go a little bit. So there it goes. So there is some okay wind coming out here. So now walking back down to 40. Walking. Almost there. So now we're at 40 yards, and now you can kind of see the heavier arrows, the lighter arrows, and because I had initially two hit the here, one hit a little high, I wanted to add another arrow just to see, and it's generally in the same ballpark as the other three. My 40, I have two stacked right here. I ended up aiming at the same spot because I couldn't see it. And then this guy here, which is just about in line with that. So even at 40 yards, so far, negligible differences of where the arrows could impact. So far I'm 20 grains lighter. I got some arrows that, the lighter ones are chronoing at 302. Heavier ones are chronoing at 295. And so far, I probably will change my tape just because that's the way I am, but I got another 10 yards to go to get to 50. And so we'll see how big of an impact it's going to make there. I got a feeling it's going to be a much bigger impact back there. So let's wait and see. All right, here we go at 50 yards. Walking down, walking down. Dum, da, dum. And there's not a whole hell of a lot of a difference. So I'm probably going to end up keeping the tape that I have now. So here's my heavier group. Here's my lighter group. So not much of a difference, folks. So at least for this setup, the setup I'm running, I got a Darton Exodus. It's set at 28 inches, 71.5 pounds. I got the 75% mods running on there. The arrows, they're Black Eagle PS23s. Got 120 grains up front on these guys. Got 100 grains up front on there. I think they're like 26.25 inches long. And yeah, so there doesn't seem to be much of a difference, which is something a little surprising to me, because I figured these would be hitting a little higher, but they seem to be hitting right in there. I mean, I'm sure if I could probably maybe tweak it a little bit, but I'll have to see how it looks on the range and go from there. But generally speaking, yeah, they're a little taller, but I mean, 1/4 inch. So that could be me. I mean, that's 50 yards out. So, I mean, we're talking, out there 50 yards. So, yeah, well, that was a good test. I was actually generally curious because one setup will disqualify me for ASA. The other one won't. And they hit the same, or just about the same, negligible difference. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes this weekend. So if you haven't already, click the subscribe button if you like this kind of stuff. I'll also, like in my bio, I have, the channel is primarily for documenting my hunting property. I do manage hunting properties, so it's for managing that, primarily for that and hunting. And we'll have some hunting videos come up this fall, but there will be some, for the spring, there is a lot of this happening because I'm not to say into, but I do the 3D competitions on the national IBO circuit. So, and I try to get to some of the ASA national ones, but most of those are way down south, and being from the Northeast, it's a little bit of a drive. So, but so during the spring, it's competition season, and getting land ready for hunting, and then in the fall, it's hunting season. But turkey season's coming up. It actually opened this morning. I thought it opened tomorrow morning. For some unknown reason, I have no idea why, but there's I got a few things going on, so I wasn't able to get out this week, but I'll be out Monday morning. Hopefully be able to have you guys see getting a gobbler down, because there's a ton of them on the property. So we'll see how that goes. But if you haven't yet, like the video, subscribe it, tell your friends, hit the notification button so you can see when new videos come out. I try to be kind of regular with what I do. I'm a one-man shop, so and I'm not a video editor by any stretch of the imagination. So most of my videos are uncut and raw, and I try my best to do what I can, and it's just all off my cool phone for right now until I can, get a better camera setup, but I have no idea what I'm doing with cameras. So anyways, so hope you guys like it, and hope this gives a little insight to where or how 20 grains doesn't appear to do a whole lot for this. So according to 50 yards, there's negligible distance. I mean, it's probably maybe... Hey guys, sorry about that. My phone died. So here we are back, and you guys could tell it's getting pretty windy, and it was starting to rain out anyways. So, but we kind of got the general premise of the video with it being that the 20 grain difference in the arrow, while it does make a speed difference for whether I'm shooting ASA or IBOs, the impact difference even at 50 yards was probably about 4 to 5 clicks on my sight, maybe 2 to 3 clicks at 40 yards. 30 yards and 20 yards really didn't make much of a difference. So that being said, I don't necessarily think I'm going to make too much of a change for the local shoot coming up this weekend. So we'll see what happens, and we'll see how it goes. So if you guys haven't already, like and subscribe, and I'd appreciate it. Trying to grow my channel for things, so if you guys could, that'd be awesome. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.